Boyd, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and the church and what we saw this evening?
Okay, I'm a member of the Church of Satan, and I'm a musician. I've written a few books, and what we did this evening was a ritual. Anton was saying the other night, he's saying Satanism is coming out of the ritual chamber and into the mainstream, and I think that's what we're doing, trying to bring that message to a broader audience.
Give me some examples of how it's coming into the mainstream now, Satanism.
Well, me and a lot of the people I know are spreading the word, and Adam has Feral House Press, and he's published some books, and I put out records. In
San Francisco, how many members do you have in your church?
I'd have no idea. But we're an elitist organization. We prefer quality rather than quantity. We don't care. We don't want to have big buildings and attract a mass audience. We want an elite, just a few people who are good people who will be able to do what we need to have done.
And what are the things you need to have done?
Well, we need to bring about stratification. We need to bring power back to the powerful. We need the slaves to be enslaved again and not be slaving over us, not be ruling over us and dictating the content of our lives. We want to dictate the contents of our lives. We think strength is better than weakness, and we want to live our life in that way.
Describe a little bit about the difference, if you will, between the Church of Satan and some of the crazes that are out there doing things in the name of Satan. How does that make you people feel?
Well, I think the Church of Satan is creating real changes. We have people behind the scenes. We have people in high places who are making changes that people aren't even aware of. And these nitwits that just go out and kill people in the name of Satan are serving a purpose in that they're thinning down the population, but they aren't really the kind of Satanists that like us. They aren't the sort of people we associate with and the sort of people we respect or look up to.
Is this resurgence in Satan just happening in San Francisco, or is it happening all over?
It's happening all over the world, and it's coming about in a lot of different ways. Some people can call it Satanism, but this force that's happening in the world is coming about all over. It's like resurgent atavism, and some people call it Satanism, some people call it by other names, but it's happening all over, and it will happen more and more.
Is there an Armageddon coming? I mean, is there a date that you're aiming for?
No. No, I think Armageddon came a long time ago. The end of the world came ages ago, but it happened slowly over a period of time and nobody noticed it. It's an ongoing process. The world today is different than the world 30 years ago. It's like decayed so much, and it's decaying more and more all the time. And as that decay gets worse, we get stronger. And we are rising up as the entire world is sinking down. The entire world is rotten and corrupt, and they're ordaining their own death. To us, they're just dead people who refuse to lay down. They're cadavers.
There is an obvious similarity between you and your ceremonial and what was in Germany in the 1930s or 1940s. Can you talk a little about that? I mean, what is it in the Nazi, the SS, that appeals to you?
Well, for us specifically, it's what appeals to us about the SS or the Nazis, and what we feel we have in common with it is order. Bringing things back to order, recognizing a natural order in the world that things have to operate according to. If you work with nature and work in its will, you're all powerful. But if you work against its will, it'll step on you, and you'll never get anything accomplished. And to us, this isn't official Church of Satan doctrine, but me personally, Hitler was he was an occultist, trying to bring about a pagan revival. It was completely against the whole Judeo-Christian ethic, and he was bringing that to an end and bringing something new forward. And I feel that's what we're doing today. This is like the start of a renewal process. It's a purification. And it's a natural process. We don't have to do it. We're doing it. We're helping it along, but it's something that's a natural process that would come about on its own, and it is. And the stratification is coming about. The people who are there are rising up and coming into line with us, and the others are just floundering.